Trouble in Bikini Bottom. Bikini Bottom wakes to chaos. SpongeBob SquarePants is missing. His friends Patrick, Sandy, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs search frantically but find no trace. The Krusty Krab is closed, jellyfish fields are quiet, and even Gary seems worried. A mysterious note is found at SpongeBob's pineapple house. It hints at a hidden journey SpongeBob never told anyone about. The residents of Bikini Bottom realize something big is happening. The secret message, Sandy deciphers the note. SpongeBob went on a quest to find a lost artifact called the Golden Spatula of Atlantis. The artifact is said to hold the power to unite all seas, but legends warn of guardians and trials that test one's true spirit. Patrick panics but insists they must go find him. Squidward reluctantly joins, hoping this ordeal ends quickly. The team sets off together to a search for SquarePants. SpongeBob's journey begins. Meanwhile, SpongeBob treks across distant waters with Gary. He sings songs to keep himself brave, but is visibly nervous. He carries his trusty spatula and a map given secretly by King Neptune. The journey takes him through glowing kelp forests and mysterious coral caves. SpongeBob reflects on why he must go alone, to prove he's more than just a fry cook. He dreams of making his friends proud. A rival emerges, word spreads that SpongeBob seeks the golden spatula. Plankton overhears and sees an opportunity to steal the artifact for himself. He imagines wielding it to control the oceans. And finally best Mr. Krabs. Plankton builds a submarine and sets off in pursuit. Karen, his computer wife, doubts his chances but tags along anyway. The race for the golden spatula begins. Teams search back with SpongeBob's friends. Sandy takes the lead with gadgets. Patrick keeps derailing the mission with silly distractions. Squidward constantly complains but secretly worries for SpongeBob. Mr. Krabs insists they hurry, fearing SpongeBob's absence hurts the Krusty Krab's profits. They encounter a whirlpool leading to an underground sea tunnel. The group plunges in, screaming as they vanish beneath the waves. SpongeBob meets a guide. SpongeBob arrives at a mystical trench and meets Coralia, a glowing jellyfish spirit. She offers to guide him if he can prove his kindness. SpongeBob shares his Krabby Patty with a starving eel nearby, passing the test. Coralia reveals that the golden spatula chooses only the pure-hearted, but she warns of trials that could break his optimism. SpongeBob thanks her and continues deeper into the unknown. The first trial, SpongeBob encounters the Caves of Echoes, where his worst fears come alive. He hears voices mocking him as just a sponge. The walls show visions of failure, burnt patties, angry customers, Squidward yelling. Gary comforts him, reminding him of his real worth. SpongeBob laughs through tears, defying the illusions. The cave crumbles as he passes the trial of self-belief. The search party struggles. Sandy and the gang get lost in a bizarre upside-down current. Patrick mistakes jellyfish for balloons, causing chaos. Squidward loses his clarinet but rescues Patrick from a sea monster. Mr. Krabs nearly drowns trying to save a chest of gold. Despite the mishaps, they grow closer in spirit. They press onward, realizing how much SpongeBob means to them. Plankton sets a trap of robotic jellyfish to capture SpongeBob. SpongeBob mistakes them for friends and hugs them, short-circuiting the robots. Plankton explodes with frustration but vows revenge. Karen teases him, saying SpongeBob's kindness always defeats him. Plankton studies the map and realizes the final trial lies in the Abyssal Temple. He speeds off, determined to get there first. Reunion in peril. The search party finally catches up to SpongeBob in a volcanic trench. They're overjoyed but scold him for going alone. Suddenly, lava creatures rise from the seafloor, attacking them all. SpongeBob and Sandy fight back with clever teamwork. Patrick accidentally saves the day by falling on the lava beasts. The group escapes, reunited but exhausted. Sharing the truth around a campfire, SpongeBob admits why he left. He wanted to prove he was more than a fry cook, more than a joke. Squidward softens, admitting SpongeBob is the heart of Bikini Bottom. Sandy reassures him that his joy and kindness are his greatest strengths. Patrick hugs him tightly, saying, "You're my best friend, always." Their bond deepens, setting the emotional core of the film. Entering the Abyssal Temple, the group reaches the massive Abyssal Temple, carved into stone. Glowing runes light up as SpongeBob touches the entrance. Inside, they face shifting mazes, riddles, and giant sea guardians. Each friend must contribute. Sandy solves puzzles, Patrick provides silly luck, Squidward plays music to unlock doors, SpongeBob leads with unwavering positivity. They finally reach the inner chamber where the golden spatula rests. Plankton strikes back just as SpongeBob approaches the artifact. Plankton bursts in. He uses a mech suit to snatch the golden spatula. The temple begins collapsing from the disturbance. SpongeBob chases him, refusing to give up. The friends rally together, using teamwork against Plankton's machines. The battle spills into a whirlpool chamber. The power of choice Plankton seizes the golden spatula, but it rejects him. The artifact glows, blasting him across the temple. SpongeBob carefully picks it up, and it shines with warmth. Corellia reappears, explaining it chose him because of his heart. SpongeBob realizes he doesn't need the spatula's power to matter. He decides to return it to Atlantis for safekeeping. Escape from collapse, the temple crumbles around them as water rushes in. The group flees through falling pillars and crashing walls. Patrick saves Squidward from being crushed, surprising everyone. Sandy uses her jetpack to lift SpongeBob and the artifact out. Mr. Krabs carries Plankton unwillingly, muttering about wasted treasure. They escape just as the temple implodes into the ocean floor. Back to Bikini Bottom, the group returns home as heroes. The townsfolk cheer, having feared they'd never see SpongeBob again. SpongeBob is celebrated not just as a fry cook, but as a true adventurer. Squidward begrudgingly admits SpongeBob is a not the worst neighbor. Patrick wants to write a book about their journey but can't spell a book. Bikini Bottom is filled with joy once more. SpongeBob's lesson at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob flips Krabby Patties with renewed pride. He realizes his job isn't small, it's what brings happiness to everyone. Mr. Krabs beams at the crowds returning to eat. SpongeBob thanks his friends for believing in him. They all gather for a meal together, laughter echoing across the restaurant. Even Squidward cracks a tiny smile. Plankton's defeat back at the chum bucket. Plankton sulks in defeat. Karen mocks him for once again underestimating SpongeBob. Plankton swears he'll come back stronger than ever. He tinkers with a new gadget, which promptly explodes. Covered in soot, he sighs. Why does it always end like this? Karen just rolls her digital eyes. A celebration under the sea, Bikini Bottom throws a grand festival in SpongeBob's honor. There are fireworks, bubble parades, and jellyfish dancing in the sky. Sandy gives a speech about courage while Patrick sings an off-key ballad. Squidward reluctantly plays clarinet but gets cheered for once. SpongeBob thanks everyone, saying true strength is friendship. The town erupts in applause, proud of their beloved Sponge. Ending in post-credit scene, SpongeBob tucks Gary in and reflects in his notebook about the adventure. He promises to never doubt himself again and to cherish every moment. The camera pans out of his pineapple house to the peaceful ocean. Post-credit, Neptune smiles, hinting that greater adventures await SpongeBob. Another scene teases Plankton building a Mega Chum Ray 2000. The screen fades with SpongeBob's laugh echoing, "I'm ready!"